Hello, guys, and welcome to the first podcast on Journey to a Million. I'll begin by talking to you guys a little about myself, what this podcast is about, and a little bit more about what will be coming up in our weekly sessions. So, to first of all introduce who my name is Hans, and I am a third year computer engineering student. I'm currently living in Canada, 20 years old, single, no kids. I'm pretty much studying full time right now, but I do have a few business ideas that I want to get started on. There's a few things that I want to really get the ball rolling on, and honestly, I felt the best way to do this would be to document my journey, right? So, my goal is that in the next 5 years, I want to have either $1 million in the bank account or about $1 million in assets, and that's after like subtracting all liabilities like mortgage or anything like that. I want to be essentially a millionaire. And I'm giving myself a 5 year journey, so it's not so far away that it's like, okay, it's gonna take me 10 years, 20 years to achieve this. And at that point, it just becomes like, what's the point of even, not really what's the point of even doing it. It's more like, I feel like when the goal is a lot closer, you're more motivated to work towards it. So that's why I want to keep it reasonably close, but not so close that it's impossible. I know people that have become millionaires in as little as 6 months. I don't know them personally, but I mean, I hear these stories. I'm sure you've heard them too. And Journey to a Million is essentially a podcast that I want to be holding on a weekly basis, at least for now, where we begin by giving an update on the different business ideas that I'm coming up with or I'm doing, and essentially going on this journey with the viewers, with the listeners, right? And this is meant for all of us that are entrepreneurial minds, that have entrepreneurial minds or entrepreneurial spirits, that really want to go out there and do something, but it's just like, no, right now I have school, and then as soon as they're done school, it's like you find that job and you're stuck in that job for the next 6 years. You get married, you get a kid, now you can't even quit because you have people to support, and so pretty much you're stuck in that 9 to 5 grind every single day for the next 50, 60 years. And my goal is that I don't want to even get into that grind. I've worked, have had about 4 or 5 different part-time jobs before. I've worked at a warehouse. I've worked in sales. I did really well in sales, so I feel that I'm able to sell. I'm able to. I am an entrepreneurial person, right? I did compete in a lot of competitions in high school, and I would say that I am a person that I am studying, obviously, as I said, computer engineering, but I don't necessarily want to be doing this as a career. It was more chosen because it was something that the professor said on our first day of class. There's a class where it talks about what engineering is and who it's for and what are the different types of fields in it. I began by doing an undeclared engineering. So after a little while, you get to choose your specific stream. So in that, like, they bring out different professionals, they bring out different people that talk about it. But in the first class, the professor, she was talking about how you're not necessarily doing engineering to become someone that's going to be inventing things that are going to be innovating things, such as like creating a new software or creating a new device. It's more that becoming an engineer teaches you to think in a more analytical, logical manner, where you can think not only outside the box but well within the parameters that are set by the thing on hand, right? So the problem they have to solve, it says you're given these variables and you got to solve for it. So I know a lot of people, most people I know, are not doing this field. I mean, I personally always thought of an engineering field to be something kind of cool. I was never going to do it. Throughout my whole high school life, it was always like I wanted to do business, but I got talking to my dad, and he essentially told me that business is definitely a great field to go into. It's just that there is thousands of people that graduate from not thousands, I'd say hundreds of thousands of students that graduate from the business field every single year, and pretty much they have the same educational background in terms of what they learned and what they did. Obviously, it differs from college and university and whatnot, where they went. However, he's like, do engineering and then go into business. So that's essentially what I want to do. I'm doing this on the side. It's my main focus, but also in conjunction with this, I want to be doing additional things like going on different entrepreneurial missions, or doing different tasks in order to make sure that in the next 5 years I'm able to have $1 million in the bank account, or call myself a millionaire. And this is not because I'm money minded, so to say. Like, obviously everyone does appreciate having the financial freedom that comes along with having financial capabilities. However, it's more about, this is a way for me to I'm sure everyone sees that they have some sort of entrepreneurial spirits or entrepreneurial feelings, right? But having or doing this podcast is really going to help me to harvest that and to make sure that I'm practicing on this, right? And that I don't just let it go to waste, because I've seen great minds stuck behind a desk 9 to 5 every single day for the past 10 years, 15 years and whatnot. As long as I've known them, you could tell, right? Like 10 years ago, I could tell that this person, they're going to do something big. But it's just, they're so drowned into office and office politics and this and that it just, they can never get out of that. And so before that even begins, I want to create this journey. And again, as I said a little bit before, it's not just me here, right? It's not that I'm doing this so only I can do it. I'm uploading this to YouTube on a weekly basis, and I'm making these podcasts so that I can also motivate another youngster, another youth, it doesn't matter how old you are. In fact, you could be 30 years in the working field, but if you feel that, okay, there's this person that's doing these podcasts on a weekly basis and they're trying to get to a $1 million, then what's stopping them from doing it? And so I want to do this together with everyone. And that's the point here, right? It's I motivate you, you motivate someone else, and someone motivates me, right? I watch other videos, I listen to other podcasts about entrepreneurs and how much they're making or what they're doing to become an entrepreneur and how exactly that works. So that's essentially what it is, right? That I am doing this journey, but I also want to at the same time motivate other people to hone their skills at being business minded, or even if you're not, then learning what it takes to become business minded. Because once we create this community, right now we might have 0 subscribers, there might be no one listening to this today, but who knows, 10 years down the road, 10 months down the road, 1 year down the road, 2 years down the road, we might have a community. We might have 500 people with us. We might have 1,000 people with us. And we might have 10,000 people with us. And that's what I want to keep as a goal for the end of 2018, that we're going to have 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 people that are on this journey with us, to make sure that we are getting to that $1 million mark in the next 5 years. And I want to be doing this again with you guys, but I don't want to have it constant updates, because on a day-to-day, it's not like a business is gonna grow tenfold or twofold. It's a slow process, but it's an enjoyable process when you're starting your business and whatnot. So I want to give these updates about once a week, right? At least until things escalate, right? Once the businesses are in full gear or I'm graduated and whatnot, it might help that we're all working together, and we might be able to do it twice a week, 3 times a week, every day of the week, another upload and whatnot. So that's a little bit introduction. Today's just the first day, so I just wanted to keep it light. Tell you a little bit about who I am, what my current life status is, my goal in the next 5 years and whatnot. And then next week we'll do a little bit of a financial update of my current situation, right? I do come from a middle class family, but I haven't been employed for about a few months. And obviously being in university, it is a little bit expensive, commuting, gas, transit, everything. So we'll give a little bit about my previous sources of income, my current financial status, where I'm working right now, if I'm working right now and whatnot, and then a little bit more about what Journey to a Million is about. Again, thank you very much if you've stuck till the end. It's been going on for about 10 minutes now. Thank you very much for staying in here. I want you to please subscribe smash that subscribe button. Yeah, I am new at this, as you can tell. Smash that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and comment down below if you are also entrepreneurially minded and you also want to begin this. Because I talk to a lot of my family, I talk to a lot of my friends, and everyone has a good idea. Every single person has a good idea, but they just lack the motivation to work on it, or they don't know how to begin. And those are the two things that even I face, but together in this podcast, I want to figure it out with you guys. So thanks again for listening till the end. Once again, smash that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.